Welcome to Fashionably Spiritual, a space for modern, soul-led conversations and high-frequency living for the ever-evolving and empowered self. Host Nancy Muratalla is a dedicated international spiritual medium, healer, and mentor. Nancy is passionate about using her abilities to not only support others in their healing journey, but also to teach them how to connect with their inner spiritual selves. Host Jennifer Rose is an international spiritual medium, healer, channeler, mentor, and spiritual guide. She encourages others to live a purposeful and empowered life through the Know Thyself journey, conscious living, and the power of unconditional love. Full of candor, soulful insight, and feminine fierce, Fashionably Spiritual shines to guide you on your soul's journey of aligning and elevating, all while finding inspiration for your own unique spiritual expression and personal energetic style. Now, here are your hosts, Jennifer Rose and Nancy Muratalla.
Hello, everyone.
Hi, everyone. Good evening. How is everyone doing? Hello, Miss Nancy. Hi, Evelyn.
Rose. Oh my gosh. Happy Monday, everyone.
Happy Monday. We made it. We made it to Monday.
Feels like the week has already been in full bloom already for some reason. And it's only Monday.
I know, right? It really does.
On the upside, we're in the month of August. So we've really gotten through like the bulk of the year. Gosh, we're already in the 8th month. Can we believe that?
That means when this month is over, we're 2/3 of the way done.
I know. I think the stores
right?
are already showing, well, for sure, Halloween stuff.
Yeah. Oh, we're getting there. Is it 2/3 of the way done? Oh, well, forget my math, but we're getting there. We're over halfway.
Close.
Hi, Lynn. Hi, Sierra.
Hi, Lynn.
Hi, Angelo.
Hello, Angelo.
Hi, Miss Evelyn. How's everybody doing? There's our Jennifer McCormick. How you doing, sweet love?
We're so happy to see everyone. I feel like it's been longer than a month that we've been on. I don't know why. It feels like we haven't been here for a while.
It does kind of feel like that way too, but time has been a little wonky lately. It's been very kind of distorted and things feel faster or slower. So we're definitely in some kind of, shift, I guess. Hi, Linda. Good to see you. We're shifting. Like we're always shifting, but the whole like time space thing has been pretty prevalent lately too. So that's why we're feeling like, what is this? But at least it points us to the reminder that this reality isn't quite what we think it is most of the time.
Absolutely. So, it almost feels too like sometimes the time feels like even within a day or an hour that it moves really fast. And then other times I almost feel like I'm in slow motion and I literally feel the energy shifts when I'm either like sitting somewhere. I was at the dentist the other day and the energy shifts were just going crazy. And I felt like an hour felt like, 5 hours. It was really weird. It was very trippy.
It's true, especially when we move into altered states like driving, showering, washing dishes, those kinds of things. Or if you get really focused on something, then you're like, where did the time go? So, but so it's what reality here in the Matrix. Well, therein leads us to what is real and what isn't real. And then we wonder when we're dreaming, like when we go to sleep and we're dreaming and everything gets very topsy-turvy and symbolic, is that more real than this dream? The dream of being human, the dream of being solid, and so I think I've said this before. In this dream, where our spiritual awakening is trying to become lucid in this waking dream. Like where we try to be lucid in our actual nighttime dreams when we're sleeping. It gets very
loopy.
Yeah.
For sure.
You start talking in circles after a while. Oh, that's wonderful. You're enjoying the summer
Yeah.
with your boys. That's the best. Hi, Miss Kelly. Kelly's on holiday right now, and she's getting ready to go to Lilydale. But we thought we were going to run the live on our own, but she stopped in to help us. So if we could all give her a shout out and say, thank you, Kelly. We love you. So thank you for taking care of us. We're very fortunate. Hi, Michael Christopher. Hi, Lorraine. How are you? So we've already gotten deep, and it's only Monday.
I know, no kidding. And I just want to talk a little bit about Jennifer. Let me lower this about Jennifer McCormick with enjoying your summer with your boys. I can remember when my son was in grade school, and I was the only. I mean, let me know if anybody else feels this way, but like all the moms around me were like so happy when school was about to go back in, like, oh my God, the kids are going back. Yay, yay. I was always so sad because I enjoyed hanging out with my kid and having him for the summer and do well, a little bit not having to drive to do drop off and pick up was a plus too. But I was always the sad mom. Like, I didn't want him to go back to school.
Yeah, no, you're right. This time is precious. The time that we have with the people that we love is precious. You can't go back and get it back if you've missed an opportunity there too. So shout out to you and to Jennifer for understanding that. It's if there's anything mediumship has taught us, it's to live each moment and be with the ones that we love and spend present moments with them. Spend time with them, because all we take with us is our memories. We say it again and again.
Oh my
Not
God.
me, get on the bus, girl.
Sorry.
He's
Michael in true form.
Summer's been a workout, I take it. You're like, okay. Well, I know if you've done a lot of what we'll say catering and waitering to the little ones, I can see how you wouldn't mind a break. Catering and waitering to the little ones.
I mean, I get it too, because like when you have multiple children, you probably are hearing, I'm bored, I want to do something.
Yeah, you have to entertain them. Your daughter's 32. Yeah. Kids need you all the time. They want to be entertained all the time. So I get that. I get how sometimes you do need a break too, but I also get to cherish the moments while you have them. That line, they grow up so fast, is very true and very real. Oh, you're missing your sweetheart. Oh, we love you, Jennifer. We've all gotten to know the both of you, you and your husband in spirit so well. And like, you're like part of our family too. And so it's like, oh, see, there he is. He's like, oh, well, here I am. I can feel him. He's like, you just come in. And he's like, so he knows you're there. And, I love that you two have maintained such, a beautiful love, even after he's, moved into spirit form, but you still maintain that. It's very romantic and very beautiful that you have maintained your relationship in such a beautiful way, and very fortunate. So you, I think, give everybody hope, and that's a gift, Jennifer. Every moment is definitely a blessing.
Yeah. Definitely not an easy change. It's definitely not easy. And my heart always goes out to people that have lost their significant other or any loved ones. I feel like feels much heavier when it's somebody you spend every single day with, and that's part of your life. And, I read something that said, if you haven't lost a significant other, like, don't say anything, because you don't get it. You don't know how it feels. And
that kind of love. Yeah. On a lighter note, Lynn is looking forward to school starting because she lives near the pool, and so it's got to be very
get those kids out of there. Too much splashing.
Too much screaming.
Yeah. I used to be on site at so I'm an HOA manager, and I used to be on site in a community, and every day I had to walk around the pools, and I had to like check everything, and there was so many complaints by adults like, can you make them stop? It's like, this is a community pool. I can't make them stop splashing and jumping in.
You want them to stop having fun?
But you dig your own pool in your backyard. Voila.
I know, that's so hard. Hey, Ronnie. How's our Ronnie doing? Yeah, the pee in the pool. Yeah.
Oh yeah, we had Code Brown days or whatever it's called.
I'm not a fan of public pools, public jacuzzis. I'm just no, I can't do it. Sorry.
Yeah, no to the jacuzzi for sure. Yeah.
I just can't do it. Sorry.
I agree. Evelyn,
I don't care how much chlorine is in there.
Evelyn says she felt more heartbroken with the loss of my kitties and dogs than my husband. Aww.
Yeah, I understand that because your pets are like your children, and that's another kind of bond. So I understand that too. Hey, Jill, how you doing?
Yeah.
Oh, hi, Jill. Thanks for joining us. Mara Padilla is here too. Hello. Juanita's come in. Hello. Good to see you all. Everybody's starting to roll in. So we were wondering if anybody has any questions or ponderings that they would like to share. We kind of had an idea to sort of put it out there to all of you and see what was on your mind that we might care to delve into and explore in greater detail. Let's see. Hi, Allison. Good to see you. Thanks for joining us. So we're all starting to pop in. Hello. Let's see. Hi, Bernadette. Good to see you.
He was brain injured and not so sweet near the end. Oh, that's a rough thing.
Wow. Yeah, I've you probably have too, Nancy. I've given so many mediumship sittings for people who have lost loved ones to like Alzheimer and dementia, where their personality has really significantly changed, and the caretaking enough is such a profound experience, and on a soul level, the souls are so grateful to have been cared for before their passing. Often they have been very super independent and maybe even controlling during other parts of their life, and so there must have been some kind of desire to balance things, and experience both sides of the spectrum there too. But for the people who do the caretaking, and then to have to also endure the personality change like that, it's a profound, sacred experience for all parties involved in that too. So let me see here too. Juanita is saying her mom passed. Okay, so you're caretaking for dad. Okay. And your husband started drinking. Oh, I'm so sorry, Juanita. I'm so sorry that you're having to go through that. Lots of love to you. Oh, gosh. Yeah. Hi, Gemma. Thank you for joining us. I see Charlene is here too. Thank you for joining us. You can't fight with him. Yeah. I'm so sorry, sweetheart. Yeah. That's really hard. Life is hard, and I think we wonder, like, when's it gonna end? Like, when's it gonna stop being hard? And there's always going to be experiences that are challenging to get through. It just doesn't. Like, we just have to learn to move with the tides. And sometimes the tides, and the waves are big, and sometimes they're smaller. But over time, we learn to ride them or swim them better, and it's a testament to our strength and endurance through life too. But then
getting support is so key too. Having the support of other people around you.
Yeah, that's absolutely true. I know you've been that for me, Nancy.
I mean, even sometimes just to be able to vent to people makes a world of difference and kind of puts things into perspective. And, maybe you're too in it, to think, well, maybe there's another way, or maybe if I took this perspective on it. Like sometimes we get so in it, whether we're passive about it or we're angry about it. It's super helpful to have a good support system, whether that's one person or several people that you have in your life, just to
Yeah.
love it.
Yeah, I don't know if you were there on, I think it was on Valentine's Day. I had Valerie, my friend Valerie, on the show, and she talks about the bucket, somebody
Love
holding the
that.
bucket, and you just say whatever you need to say,
Yeah.
and it doesn't have to be filtered. You
Or
can,
fixed. Right.
and it lets those parts of you be heard, and those parts may, they may want to curse, or they may be a little bit more immature than your higher knowing self and those kinds of things, but they want to be heard and get their say out too. And so to have
Yeah.
somebody just kind of hold the bucket and listen so you can get it out of your system,
I love
that's
that.
that's a gift. We don't have to
Yeah.
be, so perfect all the time. It's like just to have somebody to not judge us too.
Yeah,
Okay.
agree. You took care of your mother until the end, and then her oldest brother, my uncle, and now my 90-year-old father. Spirit has held me together for all of it. Oh, God bless you.
Yeah.
What a
Yeah.
blessing you've been to all of them.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Very beautiful, Maura. And I know from spirit world, when I connect with people who have been blessed to have been taken care of it in that way, they are very grateful.
Yeah.
So I hope that you feel the gratitude from your loved ones that you've taken care of. But I can assure you, especially when they get into spirit world and they see the full picture, they're very, very grateful
Oh,
for to know that they were so loved prior to them passing. So
that's right.
I'm
That's
so
right.
sorry, Juanita. Yeah. Okay. Let's see here. Okay. Miss Kelly's going to be on her way. Now we're on our own. We're big girls now. Okay.
Ooh, the big boss is leaving. What can we do?
that, that means we have to press the comments ourselves.
Thank you, Kelly. We love
We can
you.
do it. Don't worry. We're on the job, Miss Kelly.
Well, I hope you know how to do it because I don't.
Yeah, I got it. Yeah, I got it. I can do this too.
Okay,
Okay.
good.
Miss Sierra had a question. What are your favorite ways to come back and savor the present moment? That is a beautiful question, Sierra.
Ooh, that's a really good question.
And if anyone else wants to chime in too, this is something that we can all work with together to come back and savor the present moment.
What do you think, Jennifer?
Juanita's wishing Kelly peace and love too.
Oh.
Um, when we sometimes get very much in our heads, and that's not wrong. You know me, I don't like to make us feel guilty for things because it doesn't help too much too. Hi Holly, good to see you. But we can very much get in our head, and we can be worrying about what has happened or what's going to happen that we don't even know if it will happen too. And Evelyn is saying gratitude, that helps her get in the present moment. That's a very good one too. Absolutely, Evelyn. So thank you for sharing that too. There's a very simple exercise that you can do. It's very good if you're very empathic, to learn how to kind of know your own energy, feel your own energy, and manage your own energy. But it's kind of like really just asking the question is like, where am I? Where am I right now? Am I here? Am I yesterday? Am I tomorrow? And just kind of like ask yourself that question, like where am I? When am I too? It's kind of the same thing. Am I, in this scene from yesterday or from 10 years ago, where I'm like reliving that? And that's not wrong, but it's just
Mhm.
awareness. It's just
Mhm.
awareness, right? And then getting back into our body can be very helpful, because us sensitive, empathic, spiritual folk tend to kind of leave a lot. We tend to be the levers in our
Yeah.
in our energy too, to kind of escape this reality, or our nervous systems aren't feeling safe. And so we need to practice grounding and getting back in our body, connecting with nature, is a beautiful way to get back into the present moment, because nature is connection, and connection gets us back to the core of self too, where it's feeling connected. Gratitude, absolutely, Evelyn. That's a beautiful one. It's a
Yeah.
beautiful one to think of what you're thankful for. And then we get off of the loop of everything that it's like we're trying to work out. I'll just say we're trying to work it out.
Lynn says awareness. Absolutely.
Yeah.
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 I mean, how many times have we gotten ourselves wrapped up in our emotions or speculations of something? Like, it's really easy to not have the awareness, to not have that grounding, to not have that connection. It's almost like you need to pinch yourself and say, okay, snap out of it. Like, go back to basics, go back to grounding. I mean, we just go off into a tangent where we're so upset about something and we get so worked up about something. So how would we, Jennifer, when something like that happens to you, what do you do to bring yourself back down into like a sense of calmness and peace?
Yeah, I breathe. A lot of breathing.
Yeah.
A lot of breathing. I may need to talk to the parts of me that are feeling really activated and be like, I've got you. I've got you. I'm here. I'm taking care of you. You're safe. You're with me, because I know ultimately I'm the one who's most responsible for these parts of me, right? And I can't always, as much as I would love that somebody else would be there for me to help hold me in a moment, there's no guarantee that they will be. So I have to keep practicing it for myself, kind of having that like inner dialogue. And then communication is really important too, being able to communicate so that the situations that are probably in our what we're worried about, sometimes communication isn't the answer, but sometimes it is. So learning how to do that is very effective too. And we practice this over time too.
Yeah.
I also I try to challenge myself in my personal practice too. So like with my exercise routine, I try to challenge myself so that I know I can handle things. I know I can do hard things. So it's a talk I have with my trainer too. We talk about we can do hard things, and so we prove to ourselves that we can do hard things. Our uh, our feelings of being able to manage life get better. That makes sense too.
Mm.
And so for you, you may have challenges in the workplace, Nancy, too, right? That affect you. And like, but when you move through those challenges, you're like, okay, I can do hard things, right? Like,
Yeah.
and you realize, like Elton John, I'm still standing afterwards,
Yeah.
and tower moments, if we haven't had a lot of them, that fall is really high. And
Yeah.
it hurts when you fall, like from a really high tower. It hurts really
Yes.
bad. But you get more towers in life, and after a while the fall is slower, because you know who you are more. You're more rooted in yourself.
Yeah.
You've seen this before, you've done this before. You're like, hard stuff happens to everybody. No one's exempt from hard stuff, right? And so that sort of feeling of why is this happening to me tends to not be so present, because it's like, well, we're all navigating this crazy journey together.
I think somebody called it a hamster wheel.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one.
Yeah.
Okay, let me get caught up with our comments here
And I
too.
suppose if that wasn't all happening, like how would we be learning and how would we be growing if that kind of stuff wasn't already, if that it didn't exist?
It's true. We would still be like Persephone in the fields of flowers. La 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 la. Before she went into the underworld. Hi, Jeffrey. Lynn is saying awareness. Moira is saying definitely.
Yeah.
Allison is saying, I was asking my guides all weekend to keep me calm and keep me grounded due to stress. I love that. So asking for help.
Yes.
That's very beautiful. Love that too. Juanita, doing something you would not do. Exactly. Because rising to a challenge, letting what a lot of people would call their ego know, like, it's okay to change and get out of your comfort zone. And then once you know it's okay, the fear factor goes down. So
Yeah.
that's very helpful. Yeah. Love that. Yeah. And she's saying, yeah. Isn't that true?
Oh
Isn't
yeah,
that true?
gosh, those
Yeah.
thoughts just that keep going round and round in your head.
Mhm.
How many times have you all tried to go to bed at night and that noise in your head just doesn't want to go to sleep?
Yeah, it's very true. And I think when we can all work on practicing this together is when you see that happening, is to then try to switch into being the observer, like, oh wow, I'm having repetitive thoughts right now. And it might not be that easy because your nervous system is already pretty activated. So then we have to figure out how we're going to calm our nervous system down so we can get back into the higher mind and be able to be like the observer of what's happening where we're not feeling so safe or something's really needs to get worked out. But this is a practice, right? We're all practicing. We're all getting better over time. There we go. You're welcome. We have to balance the energy of this crazy life.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
And really remind ourselves to really try to align ourselves with our higher self, because,
Yeah.
you know, we just get caught up in all the daily stuff, which is going to happen. I mean, we're human. We're here living this human life, and we're going to get caught up in the stuff. And it's just a matter at some point of making the determination, like, do I really want to sweat that stuff? You know, there's that saying that kind of says, you know, pick your battles, and, you know, don't let things steamroll you over. And, you know, we have definitely more power than we think that we do. It's a matter of how we choose to use it. Right.
Yeah. There was a book back in, I think it was back in the 80s or 90s called, I don't remember the author. If anyone knows it, put it in the comments for us, but called Don't Sweat the Small Stuff, and it's all small stuff. It's how we make mountains out of molehills. You know, it's very true.
I think it was even a little book.
It was, yeah, it was. Like, I had it at one point too.
Yeah.
I don't think I have it anymore too.
Mhm.
So have we connected through channeling with Jesus? Jesus has shown up a lot. I use Jesus kind of in the ascended master form versus like
Yeah.
the religious form. But that energy shows up a lot in our
Yeah.
work, in our
Yep.
classes and things like that. Yeah. And it's reminding us of the unconditional love and the personal, full empowerment that I think we're all wanting to work towards. It really is in us already, but
Yeah.
it's a process of remembering. And then we forgot on purpose, so it's not wrong.
Mhm.
Okay. so,
Right.
so
All
it's
around
not
us.
wrong. We forgot on purpose to see how long it would take us to come back, I think.
Mhm.
All I saw was beautiful. I love that. Okay.
Lynn says, if I'm the hamster, if I'm on the hamster wheel, does that make me a rodent? No. If you choose to stay on it.
Well, Evelyn just answered our question. What's another way to come into the present moment is humor, right? To relish and savor the moments. Evelyn brought us back into humor. So that
Yeah.
is a good one too. Hi, Tony. Good to see
I
you.
have to remind myself a lot about that one, because even, you know, for us mediums, you know, finding that lightheartedness, raising our vibration, singing, dancing, laughing, is one way to elevate ourselves pretty quickly, you know, especially when you've had a rough day and, you know, you just really literally just need to shake it off.
Yeah, it works. It really does work to shift the energy. So that I
Mhm.
love dancing and singing and going outdoors, spending a lot of time at the beach lately. Hi, Michelle. Thanks for being here with us too. There's something about having your feet in the sand and the ocean and the ions and the suns. Oh my God, the sunsets and like
I love all your pictures you post at the beach.
it's
So
just
beautiful.
I've been in beach heaven. It's
Mhm.
Yeah, Tony. Yeah, we're talking about like staying in the present moment and how do we get into that present moment so that we're really savoring life and the people
Yeah.
that we love, and we're all kind of jumping in and giving suggestions together as a group here too. So, yeah. Do you want to read that
Evelyn,
one, Nancy?
yeah, I find sometimes that anger and resentment bubble up on occasion. I want to release it permanently. Yeah, me too. I do too. That's real, Evelyn, and it's sometimes a little harder to do than we really would like to. But again, just acknowledging it, knowing it, and kind of putting that intention out there that you want to release it permanently is half the battle right there. Just releasing it. Like, what does it do for us? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a hard one. Anger and resentment. I think as women too, we internalize a lot of that, so it gets kind of like saved up, saved up for later. You know me, I like to use softer words, saved
Mhm.
for later. And at some point, getting in touch with that can be very healing and helpful. That it is okay to have the anger, the emotion of anger. It is okay to experience the emotion of resentment. Like allow it to be what it is as a human emotion and experience, but also understand that it's not you, it's an experience that you're having, but a part of you is feeling that way, and that part of you needs to feel loved and needs to feel like it can kind of like come out of the room that it's been hiding in and express
Yeah.
itself and get itself out in a healthy way.
Yes.
In a
I think
healthy
that's
way.
key in a healthy way. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. We try not to hurt people with our anger, and come back into, stay in alignment and integrity as best we can with that too. Let's see here too.
I hope that helped,
Uh,
Evelyn. I know she said she was hoping for some suggestions with that.
with the anger and the resentment.
Yeah.
Yeah. These are they're challenging emotions to have, but they're also very human too.
Mhm.
And the emotion of anger isn't always bad. Sometimes it's coming in to protect our vulnerable self, and so it's coming in as an ally for us too. And we do ultimately want to come back into our open-hearted connectivity. We want to come back into that space, but we're also navigating all of what I have termed a lot of times like the costumes of protection and things like that too. And so if we are feeling resentment, now I'm not a therapist, but if we're feeling resentment, there's something there that's knocking at our door that's saying, I need to be heard right now. I need to be understood. And there's a part of you that's not feeling like it's getting what it needs or feeling like it's enough or she or he is enough right now. So
Yeah.
how do you come back from not enoughness to fully empowered and understanding that you are love, you are spirit, you are beautiful exactly as you are right now? I have a feeling that will make the resentment kind of wash back away too.
Yeah.
That said, also, you are allowed to create some boundaries for the future so that more situations don't arise causing more resentment. So we learn as well too. So we hold forgiveness for self and for the other person, but we also
Yeah.
are allowed to create boundaries. Boundaries can be holy too.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
I hope that's helpful.
I mean,
Um,
definitely,
yeah.
standing in our true power too, it should feel safe. It should feel calming. So, Jennifer, I think you kind of hit on a lot of things there where, we do need to set the boundaries. We do need to feel into it. We need to feel it
Hmm.
and kind of
Yeah.
work towards it and through it. Yeah. So I hope that helped, Evelyn.
I think we try to escape our feelings because they feel so uncomfortable, and we probably have been told, especially as women, that it's not okay to feel those feelings.
Hmm.
That means there's something wrong with us. Don't be like that. Don't feel like that. Don't act like that. Don't say that. And we've got that programming in us from when we were little. Be nice, be sweet, be cordial, don't have boundaries, those
Hmm.
kinds of things. That takes a lot, and so when the resentment and the anger is coming up knocking at your door, it's saying, hey, wait a minute, there's an opportunity here to do things differently, to balance things out,
Right,
to
right.
learn some boundaries once and for all, which means when we go through that process, you know who you are, and that is what will create an energy where people are going to be less inclined to treat you in that way, but it takes practice. We get there over time.
Yeah. Bernadette was saying exactly what you were just saying about, she said, how society makes us women look is that it's not okay to feel. We are expected to be proper, have manners, and pretend we're fine. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. I mean, just
yeah,
like when we were kids growing up, we didn't, don't cry, don't do any of that. Stop crying. Kind of the same ideas.
yeah. Yeah. I feel sorry for boys too. Boys are allowed to be more angry and girls are allowed to cry more. I know you said don't cry.
Yeah.
We do get told not to cry, but not as much as boys do.
Yeah.
And then and boys are more allowed to be angry than girls are. So again, this is not, across the board, but I have a lot of empathy for boys who are not allowed to express their emotions when they're little, because they feel just as much as we do, and what that must be like for them as adults, because it might be even harder for them to get in touch with their vulnerability. It's a little easier for us. We're women, we're more empathic, we're more emotional by nature. Our brains are wired that way. It's the anger that we have a hard time with too, but that's very lower chakra, and us women, we want to get in touch with those lower chakras because that's what makes us embodied and empowered, as well too. So to okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Right.
Lynn talks
Right.
about the emotion
And that's
code.
why a lot of men don't, they
Mm.
have a really hard time showing emotion. I mean, it's stemmed at a very early age.
And then they have time with us showing emotion as well because it triggers such discomfort in them. So
Yeah.
that we really need to get in touch with ourselves and each other too.
Yep.
Oh, screaming in a pillow, yes.
Oh, that's the best.
Or just
Oh my gosh, I love
you're all taking really good care of each other over there in the comments, so I love that. I
it.
love the support. I love the support.
Oh, I think somebody was also asking us about how to release energy.
Yeah, yeah, that's good. Okay, so let me come back to that here. Let me
Okay.
see here.
You want to understand all the
What are
time.
some ways to
Okay.
release aside from meditation?
Oh, lots of things, right? Going for walks, you know, for me, it really is the breathing. If I'm driving, if I'm anywhere, it's the breathing to release some of the energy that might be built up, good or bad. I feel like sometimes I definitely need to go take a walk in nature or just even around the block. It doesn't even have to be, you know, I could walk around my house even just to kind of help move the energy around and kind of make some shifts in there. So for me, it's definitely moving and going around, literally trying to drop off the kids that are, screaming too loud. Get off me. Shaking it off, right? Shaking it off.
Well, there you go. Shake it off. Well, that's the thing, like that there's somatic movements too, which can involve like a lot of the shaking and
Mhm.
breathing, dancing, working out, walking, swimming, running. All of those things are great ways to move energy. Breath work is a great way to move energy as well too. Therapy coaching, having a friend to talk to, having somebody hold and hug you too. It's just, and not being afraid of energy too. Energy is just information. People are so afraid of it, but we're connected to it all the time. You can't escape the energy that's around you or in you or of you, or we're all connected to it. It just is. Jeffrey saying anything egoic is a trap and jail self. I'm getting better at watching to make sure that the door doesn't close behind me. So
okay, I love that.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Mr. Jeffrey.
Yes.
Tony, boy, you want to read that?
I use my voice, but I'm not understood, and some people don't like me because they probably don't like hearing the truth. Okay, I think that kind of goes along the lines of boundaries, and that can be a struggle on the other side of it, because if you're now setting boundaries that maybe weren't there before, I can see how it may not be taken very kindly. What happens if some people can't walk?
Yeah. Some people don't have the mobility or the to be able to move physically. So whatever you can do. So hopefully some of those other suggestions were helpful for you. If you're able to do the breath work or singing or talk to somebody, whatever you can do.
Even watching a funny movie. Right?
Oh, I love that. Laughter. Yes.
Even
Yes.
something uplifting can totally change your mood.
Affirmations can be very helpful too. I did see we got a couple comments about being understood, and no worry, Brenda, at all. We're just happy that you're here.
Yes.
And sometimes we're not always going to be understood, and when we're trying that, it's like we want people to see us a certain way. We're reaching out to be reflected upon in a certain way, and that may or may not happen. So I just want to kindly suggest that we be okay if we're not. Sometimes we just don't get the closure that we're wishing for. Sometimes people just don't understand us, and it may take time and reflection for the people to get there. And it may never happen. But if you know who you are, and you've got yourself, it's not going to sting as much if you're not understood too. And I do understand very much about speaking our truth. And I think this is something Nancy and I were kind of talking about too. We want to speak our truth in a way that is authentically empowered in our being. And sometimes when we speak our truth, is it our full truth, or is it just one part of us and that part's truth? Or is it our full being's truth too? So this is where some introspection and reflection. But if we're speaking our truth in a way that is kind of like, and I don't care what anybody else, thinks, it can get a little bit out of our innate authenticity. And so it's just something to be mindful of and watch too, because authentically, when we're in our truth, we're also fully connected to humanity, and with fully with that compassionate awareness within us. So we still have love for the other, even if they don't agree with us. But sometimes we can speak our truth in a way that's a little bit fu to everybody else. And I'm not saying you're doing that at all. I'm talking generally speaking. So it's just something to be mindful of, because sometimes we can take spiritual principles and use them in a way that's a little less authentic. So we still want to try to keep our open-hearted vulnerability. So hopefully this is helpful. If this resonates for you, if not, that's okay. That's okay too.
Yeah.
Okay, get caught up here.
Yeah. Oh, then.
That's a great way to move energy. We'll just leave it right there. We're done with the show now.
Lynn. Bravo. Oh my gosh. Yeah. No.
She's not wrong.
No.
Shake it up.
I
Virginia. Hi,
love
Virginia.
everything that you said, Jennifer. And, we also just need to keep something in mind that when we are speaking our truth or, in our true self, it's not about necessarily defending ourselves or convincing somebody of something else. It's just really genuinely being our authentic self and doing it with kindness and love. I mean, yes, have boundaries, absolutely have boundaries, but you got to kind of find that sweet spot where that you're being very truthful with yourself, but not in a hurtful type manner to other people. Because again, everybody's entitled to have their own belief system and their own feelings. So I think, Jennifer, you kind of nailed it when you said sometimes other people won't understand, and that's okay too. That's okay too. I mean, how does that saying go? Agree to disagree, kind of thing. And be okay with that.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with you, Nancy. Hi, Jennifer Lee. Good to see you.
Hi,
I like
Jennifer.
seeing Jennifer and you. Lynn got us a few laughs too. And Bernadette was bringing up music too. Music is definitely a way to move energy. Funny movies. I think that was Evelyn watching funny movies. Yes, too. Okay, I'm happy. I'm so happy that was helpful for you, Tony. Thank you. Okay. I think all of these laughing faces are for Lynn.
I think so
too. That's okay, Tony. We don't mind heavy questions here too. We've been realizing since we started this show that we've been getting very deep, and that's a good thing too.
Yeah.
So I'm glad that this is stuff that we all it's good to talk about these things too, and to normalize talking about hard things. I was just having lunch with somebody earlier today, and we were talking about normalize talking about hard things, like the difficult things that happen in this world. People sometimes they just want to go, oh, I don't want to know about that. I don't want to know about that. And it's like, you can know that hard things happen and still keep your happy and still keep your appreciation for all the beauty in life too. But when we address hard things, we bring them up to the light and the surface, and this is how we heal from them and evolve with them too. So that's good. Talking, things regarding mental health and these kinds of things, they're hard, but it's good that we're doing it. We're like a little family here too. So hi, Camila. Good to see you. Hi, Virginia.
So Bernadette said, silence is also an answer. I agree with that too. It kind of goes back to kind of pick your battles. As long as you're living within your means of your truth, like you don't owe anybody an explanation. I mean, silence could be taken in many different ways, but you're right. That is also, that's an answer too. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. I just hope that we're using it in a way that
yes,
is respectful, because I know there's always a dark side to everything, right? And so with silence, and sometimes people use the silent treatment in an abusive manner. The ghosting, the silent treatment, no communication, no communication, like I just need some space or something like that. It's really done to punish people or to hurt people. And that's where I'm saying we're not doing it from an authentic place, but sometimes that is the right choice, especially if you are not in a safe situation. Absolutely.
Agree.
Yeah.
Never
thank you, Evelyn.
As they say, as an FU.
Exactly. So that's the thing, is we're trying to maintain alignment, right, with our integrity, with our soul, right? And so if we're moving into the FU, the F me kind of thing, then we're not fully in our most vital state of empowerment, I could say, and that's okay. But we want to try to get back to home, and we're trying to cultivate staying in that space longer, because that's where we're going to feel more peace and less of the dramas of life too. She's already explained herself so many times, then it's time to stop. Yeah,
exactly.
I hear you. Yeah, I would agree with you. That's appropriate.
Yep. I hear you loud and clear. Yep.
Okay. Very powerful. It's worth it.
I speak only when I feel it's worth it. Yeah, and that's perfectly fine too, Virginia. Absolutely.
Pretty soon you'll be charging therapy. We are not therapies. This is not a substitute for medical.
We're not licensed therapists.
That's our disclaimer. People can also abuse our voices too. Yes, I understand too. Yeah, sometimes less is more. Yeah, beautiful. Elliot Martinez is there. Hello, kind friend. How are you? Good to see you.
All right. What have we missed? Any of the other ones? I love that, Evelyn. Thank you. She said this is a safe space with a loving and supportive group. I'm so incredibly grateful for all of us here. Oh my gosh, yes. I mean, even gatherings like this are a very supportive, healthy place to come and get things off of your chest. And it's a great community here.
I agree. We're very blessed. I have found the Kelly's network and all of the shows that are on it. They really are like the most loving community, and it keeps kind of like webbing out and connecting in all these different ways. And I'm just, wow, like this is a lot of love here. Like this is real love. So we have this beautiful community of true love that keeps growing and expanding. And I'm like watching this happen before my eyes, and I'm like, well, that's spirit at work, right? That is spirit at work too. So I don't know if we're going to do readings today. Maybe we can do like a collective, like a collective message for meetings. We're a little bit more of a discussion show, but sometimes we do, if it calls to us. Thank you. Much love and respect to you too. But we could certainly maybe pull a card or something and do a little collective message. Okay. Oh, Lisa, I'm so sorry you're having surgery. Okay. Absolutely. We will all be sending you love and prayers.
Okay, I understand the nervous wreck part. Just hang in there, girl. You're gonna do great.
Yeah. Safe spaces like this are so rare and valuable. Yeah, I'm happy that we're all part of creating this. So by the way, everybody, Miss Lynn Juno has a show called Kaleidoscope of the Soul every other Friday. And it's at 10 a.m. Pacific, 6 p.m. in the UK. I'm getting really good at converting time zones.
You really are.
I don't think it's this Friday, Lynn, but next Friday, right?
I believe it's next Friday. Yep.
I believe so. Okay, thank you. By the way, everybody, if you all wouldn't mind hearting our video before you leave tonight, before we finish or when we finish, we appreciate it. Thank you. It's those little things to help the algorithms and help us keep growing. So we appreciate the follows and the subscriptions and to Sacred Spiral. Kelly's finally got all her pages back up again. Congratulations, Kelly. So
goodness.
That took a little while, but they're finally, Sacred Spiral's all back up and running again too. So we're very happy about that too. Okay.
Yes. If everybody can send Lisa some hearts for her upcoming surgery.
Love and healing. We hold her in group prayer together to New Zealand time. I don't know what time it is. I'm going to work on that one.
we know it's not the same as Pacific time.
Jeffrey's sending peace. Thank you, Jeffrey. We love you, Jeffrey. Jeffrey's our friend. Oh, thank you. You are so welcome, Lisa. Well, I'm glad that you're here. And thank you for sharing with us too. Evelyn, we see you healed and complete.
I agree with her. Absolutely. Yes. Healing energy.
Lots of love. Thank you, everybody.
Yes, thank you. Thank you.
Look at Lisa. You showed up just in time to get love showered by everybody. August 29th. Thank you, Lynn. Okay, let's mark our calendars for August 29th. 10 a.m. Pacific, 6 in the UK. I'm not sure in New Zealand.
We'll have to work on that. Ask us next time. We still can't promise we'll know, though.
Central time is 2 hours past Pacific, so that means it's 9 there. So thanks for staying up late with us too. 2:09 p.m. in New Zealand, so it's the next day. So it's the next day in the afternoon too. That's pretty cool. Wow, Tony. Okay.
Wow.
All right,
That's
catching
pretty
up with it.
amazing.
All right. Yay, Lisa feels the love. Okay, there we go. Oh, from Archangel Raphael. All right. Are we ready for a collective message for everybody? Let's do it. Gratitude to you, Jeffrey.
Yes.
We love Jeffrey. Okay. Jeffrey's my philosopher friend. We philosophize together.
Absolutely.
Okay.
I have pulled a card. I pulled actually a really beautiful hope card, and you can see all the beautiful light that's around it. You know, I know the card is kind of self-explanatory, but I definitely feel like there's a lot of hope circulating in the world right now. I feel like there's been a lot of downfall, there's been a lot of discouragement, but please rest assured that honestly, that light and that hope, we actually are the ones that create that for ourselves. And within this group here, I feel like there's such a bright light, there's such a resonated light going around all of you. Continue to be that for everyone around you as well, because that's what's going to kind of trigger the domino effect of that. So I definitely feel a lot of beautiful light all around all of us. So continue to pass it on. Pass that love on. Yes, absolutely.
Oh, I muted myself. Okay, there we go. I was saying that is a beautiful card. Thank you, Nancy. That was beautiful. It's so hard when people want to take that light.
I know.
I know. It
You
is.
hang on to it. You do. It's your light. It's your light.
Yeah.
Keep it going. Keep it lit.
It is hard. I get that. Okay. I pulled my mermaid cards because I love the mermaids. And I got Whispers of the Ocean.
Ooh.
There we go. Whispers of the Ocean. Okay. Being that I've been at the ocean a lot lately, well, we'll go into this just a little bit. It's interesting because the ocean holds such immense and enormous beauty. We sit there and we get captivated watching it, the sounds of it, the way that it hugs the sand, the rhythm of it, but there's also an unpredictability of it. And if you've ever been out on a boat, like I've been out like whale watching, we do that off the coast here, you look around and it's a lot of water. And you realize in a way how small you are. We also know that we're the whole ocean too, but sometimes it's good to remember that we are part of something so enormous and magnificent and incredible. And if we're in the ocean is boss, right? We can learn to ride the waves and swim the waves and work with the ocean, but ultimately it is the boss. And this is why we have to study the weather and we have respect for it too. So I think we can learn a lot from that. We can learn a lot from surrendering to the higher power that we are all part of, yet also understanding that we are that power too. We are made of water, right? We're like 98% water, right? Too. So we are the ocean too. We are that power, but we're also part of the magnificence of it too. And when we can do that, we can get into a broader perspective and then kind of like take a little step back and kind of go into the awe, but also have like a respectful surrender to life itself too. And then what else would the ocean, if we listened to it, like if we pulled the little shell out and like listened to it, like what would it tell you? Like, what do
Mm.
you think it would tell you? Like, and I feel like that's a message for you to come up with inside yourself. Pretend you're listening to the whispers of the ocean through the seashell, and like, what does it have to tell you? And whatever like comes to your mind that is beautiful is what you needed to hear from that too, like the wisdom of the
I
ocean.
feel like I have
So
chills with that. Whew.
I yeah, I don't feel like I'm supposed to say anything more. Like you're supposed to listen, and
Mm-hmm.
like what does it have to tell you
Yeah.
too? Um,
Ooh, that was really
there's
good.
there's a whole world in that ocean. there's,
Mm.
there's a whole world.
I got very loudly breathe.
Yeah, I like
Mm.
that.
Woo.
Yeah, I like that. Breathe, breathe. I
Beautiful.
got swim. That's what I got.
Ooh,
Swim,
yes.
swim,
Love that.
dive, dive.
Ah, Evelyn, wowza. Yes. Yes,
Okay.
Evelyn, don't give it away. Yes, yes, yes. I love
Yeah.
that.
Um, the thing about the light too is that sometimes when we become more aware of our light and we become more expanded in our light too, it can make people feel uncomfortable,
Yeah.
um, because they're not fully seeing it in themselves in that moment. So if that might be helpful to you to realize that if you are knowing your light and you're not trying to get somebody else's light, then you are in what we would call true authentic power in that moment. When somebody is doing something to either take it from you or to dim it through some kind of criticism or insult or manipulation, that is because they have forgotten theirs in that moment. So they have shifted out of that alignment in that moment. So if you're feeling victimized that somebody's taken from you, remember that it's really the opposite. Because if you're staying in your light and you're not being manipulative or taking it from somebody else or trying to dim somebody else's, you're the one who had the power all along, just like Dorothy, right? They think they do, but that's the illusion. So I hope that might be helpful for you to kind of shift it a little bit there too.
Yeah.
So just remember, if you're not doing the manipulation, you're the one who's actually in power. They think they are, but that's the illusion. So
Yeah.
I hope that's helpful
Or acting in
too.
fear. Yeah.
Hi, Melinda. Thanks for
Yeah.
joining us.
Yep.
Here's our girl.
That's
Hi,
beautiful.
Mike. Oh, Mike just came in too. Hi, Mikey again.
Hi,
Hello.
Mike. Hi, Melinda. Oh, and Mary. Hi, Mary.
It's good we stayed a little bit later, so we had a
Yeah.
chance to like say hi to everybody. Okay. Okay.
Uh,
You're
that
very
was
welcome.
beautiful. Thank you, Jennifer.
Going to a jacuzzi in a couple of weeks, and have a massage. That sounds amazing too. Hi, Mary. Good to see you too. I'm getting caught up with all of you. Okay. Yes, and it shows they don't like themselves, but I'm not trying to hurt them. It's not my fault that they're not happy with themselves too. You know, and also this little light of mine I let it shine. That's beautiful, Melinda. I know that's your favorite song too. Your own oneness, authenticity. And if we truly understand, and this is progress and evolution over time, if we truly understand who we are and the power of our soul, then our light is endless and infinite and continuous, and so we give that overflow is just going to be radiating out to people, and we think that they would be like, oh, thank you, but sometimes it can trigger
Yeah.
discomfort in them. Just keep overflowing it. Just keep overflowing, because it is limitless. So, but I know how it feels to be dimmed. That's happened to me before, but I had to come back into the remembrance that nothing really truly could do that. It was just my thought pattern in the moment or in that time that I was going with. But it was a very uncomfortable experience to go through.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's beautiful, Virginia. Yeah.
And that's
Okay.
going to happen to us multiple times in our lifetime.
Yeah,
You know,
it does. It's true.
we just have to keep learning from it and how to shield ourselves, and sometimes we won't shield. It's going to penetrate through, and it's going to hurt, and it's going to sting, and we got to bounce back up from that.
Yeah, yeah, it's true. It gets better, right? The towers are shorter over time.
Mhm.
Darkness cannot extinguish light, only lack of fuel.
Yeah.
I like that, Elliot. Thank you. That was
That's
beautiful.
beautiful. Yeah.
Hi, Melissa.
Welcome. She said she's new here.
Thank you, Lisa. Thank you. You're very welcome.
Aw,
Yeah.
don't know. Yep. I agree with
Amen.
you, Evelyn.
Beautiful. Hi, Diane. Thank you, Jeffrey. Thank you. Amen, amen, amen. All right. Are we ready to wrap it up, or is there any
What a
last
great
minute?
loving
I know.
community that we have. I
I
mean,
know. We're
thank you
very
all so
blessed.
much.
We're very blessed
Yeah.
and grateful. This was a wonderful time that we all got to share today too. And Nancy, I love you. Thank you for being my friend.
I love you too. Thank you for being my friend. And all of you as well. Thank you. Thank you for being our friends. Thank you for always being here to be supportive with each other, because that's what it's all about.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're not alone. None of us are, in more ways than one.
Very true. Okay.
Yeah. Well, I hope you all have a beautiful rest of your week. Take that love, take that bright light, and keep shining it, and just allow it to wrap around you and just hold you.
That's
Yeah.
beautiful.
Thank you, Mary. Peace and love. Love that.
Okay.
All right, guys. We hate to leave you. We hate to leave all of the love, but we will see you guys again in another month.
Yeah, we'll be back soon. Lots of love to everybody. Thank you for joining us here this beautiful evening. Thank you for hearting our little video, for sharing, for all of your comments and your interaction and your open-hearted vulnerability. We're truly grateful for each and every one of you. And we'll see you next time on Fashionably Spiritual. So lots of love, everybody. Hugs and kisses.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you. Love
Bye.
you.
Bye.
Bye.